I gotta just tweet about the game going on here. Let's see.
You can't say tweet anymore, you gotta say post.
Post.
We're doing
Post. Zeet.
Blue Sky's better. Oh my god, no, you got it working. Oh no. I need to start adding some custom.
Actually, it's better than
custom
that because
buttons
I've
to
got Nitro. I can take it from other people.
Oh,
Okay,
you have to
let
make
me
it
just-
liberal use of the Wilhelm scream. Like a raw metal, Cyrus, Boombox, Vash, well armed with tacos. Hey, you guys know how it goes. Get in here. We need subjects.
Okay. Good morning, Insomniacs. Welcome back to King of the Castle. I'm here with Jackson, Shazam, and Andy.
Greetings.
And if you weren't here last week, I got overthrown because I was a little too cavalier with the discontent in with my vassals.
Well, you didn't get over the throne, but, you know,
So they cut my head
it was
off.
taken from you.
In fairness, the apocalypse happened 3 times over.
Shut up, demon.
I was one of those apocalypses.
Yep.
And then somehow you voted me in to rule.
So if you'd like to play, and you know you do, you know you would actually. I mean, you go to kotc.app and log in using the room code WBDQ, which is at the top of the screen. And you too can join into the democratic monarchy, the weird system we have set up.
Last time, my entire army of subjects basically decided to rebel without me.
That was a treat.
Oh look, somehow the Chiefs of the North have 2 leads. How does that work?
That's more that that they're both premium accounts.
Ah, okay.
I apologize in advance for the poor quality of the video. I'm streaming a live stream to you guys right now, which means you're kind of getting a copy of a copy. So the video's going to come through a little bit muddy.
Yeah, unfortunately, as fun as this game is, it has this weird thing where you can't really host and not be king, as far as I understand.
Yeah, if you're the host, you have to be king. There's no like, there's no way to open the client and play just in the game client itself. It's just the host is the king, and that's it. If you'd like to be able to choose your team, you have to log in with your Steam account, and I think you have to own the game.
Yes, that is what a premium account is, effectively. It means you can customize what your character looks like in rounds.
So I think the game is like $9, something like that. So if you're not interested in hosting the game with your own friends, then I wouldn't bother buying the game. If you're just interested in voting, like in the live stream here, then you can just play for free.
And we're happy to have you. Always shenanigans.
But if you do customize your avatar, it does show up whenever your character shows up.
And it means we have to play them with voices that we choose.
And we would always provide very respectful voices and nothing silly.
Well, Athos, if you've got a registered account, you should stay the same each time. That's why Andy and Shazam are the same as they were.
I don't think he does, though.
Right.
Yeah, that's just a joining an account there. Doesn't have the flag on it.
All right. Well, we've got one each bonus. Nope. There's a third
Let's-
for
Yeah,
Constitution.
we can probably wait a bit.
Any other noteworthy things we want to bring up from last game?
I don't think so.
Demon.
I have regrets. I regret the way I played last time. I did my best, but I didn't play it smart.
I was curious to see like how the game was going to present you an heir without aligning yourself with one of the dynasties. I'm sure it would make it harder, but I'm sure it's just like, oh hey, like here's a wizard. Poof, here's an heir. Great.
Yeah,
Hey,
I wanted
remember
to
that
see.
kid with a 9 on his chest for some reason.
I wanted to see what
Naming him your
happens
official heir.
if I played without getting married. So I wanted to see how that played out, and it was interesting. But unfortunately,
Yeah,
in
so
doing
yeah,
so, I
her-
alienated the other houses and got them to rebel. So well,
Yeah. I
In
like
fairness,
the
I
new
think-
rebellion.
Good.
I was gonna say I like the new rebellion mechanic, like splitting the team kind of thing. Is like, okay, the king has pissed off this person enough to make it so that their win condition is no longer viable. Do they vote to rebel and eschew that win condition? Yes. Okay. Rebellion fight time PvP. I was not expecting PvP last game. That was incredible.
Was indeed kind of a tense nail biter there.
Yeah, I think that's a new mode that they added, which I am all for. It is really cool.
Yep, that is another reason to purchase this game. They are very much so updating it with new
Yeah.
features, new additions, and new schemes at the same time, which is something
Like a
else you guys
wizard!
may want to know.
Hire a wizard. We need to hire more wizards for the kingdom.
The Chiefs of the North and Spoonie this time will
uh-oh.
complete a loyalist scheme potentially. Not guaranteed that they'll get that option, but it is
Oh,
one.
true. Loyalist, yeah.
Alpha Wolf, yes, you can play this game with your iPhone. Go to kotc.app in your browser and enter the room code at the top of the screen, and you can play.
And Jackson, if you streaming this, maybe you should not be on the stream. If you get what I mean, like not
Right.
watch the stream.
Gotta save as much bandwidth as possible.
Yep.
Come on, Starlink, hold together. At any rate, we've got 3 apiece.
Yep, I think it's as good a time as any to start.
I agree.
Alrighty. Remember, room code WBDQ to join as you like.
And you can join whenever, even after the game has begun.
This is the monarch, yada yada yada. Yes. Done.
You did it! You seized the throne! We showed them what the chiefs could do, didn't we? Now just remember which side of your bread is buttered. You answer to us, got it?
Interesting. This is already new.
What if I govern for the good of the whole kingdom?
That's not what we agreed. We put that crown on your head. Don't make us take it away. Now introduce yourself to the rest of the council, but don't forget what I told you today.
An honor to finally make your acquaintance, Your Majesty. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor.
Thank you, Count Athos.
Hail and well met, Your Highness. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape,
The council hall immediately fills with raised voices. Meanwhile,
What do you think? Will he be a good little king and do as he's told? Too early to tell, but I have a bad feeling. We should have a backup plan just in case. Already, your own chiefs are sharpening their knives.
who wants to be chancellor?
Your Majesty, you may have won the throne from King Spoonie, but you still must answer to the council. As is tradition, they will decide what happens at your coronation.
Should I get changed into my waterproof robes then?
It may be for the best, Your Majesty.
Amazing.
Shall we call the nobles in?
The game knows.
All right, so as your first bet, as usual, what kind of coronation shall be held
River.
for the new king? Oh, really? Hold a pagan northern ceremony, invite
that's
foreign
new.
dignitaries and show off our wealth, throw the king into the river, or the nobles must put on a vast banquet for the king.
Yeah, this isn't the same set of options as last time. The river.
No, it's completely different. Aside from the river thing, that's tradition.
It's true. We have not hold a northern pagan ceremony before. And I am going to say, just as my thing, I would like to hold a proper northern ceremony just to properly get the ball.
Have you
rolling.
noticed, by the way, that the barons and the counts have started with defiance of 2?
Oh. Huh.
So
I'd
here's
also like
my
to point out the
question.
counts and the counts have started with military and faith of 0.
Oof.
Because they were
Oof.
decimated. They were decimated pretty
Yeah,
hard.
our military was decimated. Oh my god. It knows. What do you mean the game thinks?
The kingdom
That
is kind of
sucks.
in a state after last time.
Yeah.
The chiefs are
Damn.
happy and stinking wealthy, but okay.
And our
Are
farming
we all
got...
ready to vote?
Frankenstein
Or
destroyed
do you
the
guys have
farming.
anything you'd like to say?
Give me a second.
Uh,
I have one question though. So,
But I left the treasury in a
what
pretty
happens?
state.
What happens if we select D?
I personally would go for D, but that's just me.
which is minus 900 wealth. But what happens if you don't have that much wealth? Is there like a bankruptcy mechanic?
If the kingdom goes bankrupt, everyone loses.
No, it's not treasury. It's
It's not
barons.
treasury, it's wealth.
Yeah, no, it's explicitly wealth. There's a difference.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
the nobles giving
it's
up
every
900 of their own
noble-
gold.
It's either every noble loses 900 or the nobles collectively lose 900. That's really vague.
No, it's
I'd
every
rather
noble
not click that
loses
option and
900.
find out.
Yeah, no, you see B, there's a difference. Treasury and wealth.
Yeah.
I don't know how much wealth I have though. I don't see the option.
You should have 1,000 to start as a new
Oh,
noble.
I see 1,000.
I
Yeah,
actually no. I remembered how much I had after we built those
Yeah.
buildings. I only have 200. I am
have
broke
400
as
bucks.
shit.
Well, if you guys have nothing else to add, then we can get this vote started, unless you have more that you'd like to suggest.
Okay, well, if none of us have any money, then I would agree with A.
I'd agree with B so we can gain some wealth and fuck the treasury.
Ooh, that's actually an interesting idea. I had not. Thank you for pointing out the difference between treasury and wealth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We
All right,
can
well,
restore the coffers with events later.
I agree with B.
I need money.
I agree with B. The barons have the counts have the right idea. I think.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys have it in your own interest. Go forth. Go ahead. I'm just shocked I'm not getting thrown in the river.
We have
Next
we
time.
have a tripartisan agreement here.
Foreign dignitaries, huh? Interesting.
Oh boy, and everybody wants to have some money. Okay.
I
Yeah.
do wonder how that improves our wealth, but whatever.
It improves your wealth by 900, and I think everyone's trade goes up.
I mean, like, logically, how does that work?
Bribes.
Let's find out.
Dignitaries arrive from all corners of Celestath, and it's only appropriate you show off. A trained eagle drops a ruby-encrusted crown atop your head as you stand on a golden
Okay, you
podium.
gotta admit, that's kind of cool.
The odd crowd includes such influential figures as the Dukes of Sal, the Princes of Tavalan, and even a pearl bearer from Atish. Lucrative trade deals are struck in the evening's feast.
Okay, my personal
Everyone's
wealth.
on-
Some
level
people's
5
wealth
trade.
has increased.
My
Not
personal wealth
everyone's.
went up by 300.
Only
Mine
the
went
Grand
up by
Pensionary
300
curse
as
is not in
well.
attendance. The public, after all, is fundamentally opposed to the very concept of monarchy. And air and ambition. Shazam, if you would.
Okay. Your Majesty, the first 2 years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet claimant on your in your place.
Those fools couldn't scheme their way out of a paper bag.
Better kings than you have been toppled by their treacherous nobles, Your Majesty. To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir and prove that you are worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. My question is this: when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you?
Interesting question for you now, considering the state of the kingdom.
As the architect of a new golden age, trade.
A lofty goal indeed. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall trade as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty.
Mirtha of the
Mirtha
Chance...
of-
Okay, good. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's your narration. Go for it.
Yeah. Mirtha of the Chance Maybe bloodline, legendary marcher prodigy, stands before a blazing hearth, yelling at full volume. When have the barons of the march backed down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful queen, on the throne.
What scheme should the barons pursue to overthrow the new king? Subterfuge, lower stability. Uprising, raise the treasury. Or modernization, lower others' military.
Very interesting last goal. First time I see something like this.
Yeah.
But... yeah, let's go with that one. Why not?
Someone with the military
Only
of
two
0.
people
I am
voting.
against this
Don't
plan.
wait for a tiebreaker here.
Nope. Again, I was outvoted.
I don't know how many barons we have right now.
The barons plan to replace the king's advisors with their own agents. First, they must prove they're doing a bad job. To advance their scheme, the barons must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. That's very generous. Let's try that.
Often of the Kinetic clan, charismatic northern hero stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, spitting as they speak. Morgana is with us. Ivor now sits on the throne, and the chiefs are in charge, but the other regions will already be scheming to depose him. Do we stay loyal to the new king, or cut our losses and put me on the throne instead? Ooh.
Option 1, loyalist, aid the king. Option 2, prophecy, raise authority. Or option C, hornblower, lower all faith. Your faith's at 8, the counts are at 0.
I'm voting for Hornblower, but that's just me. Vote your conscience, chiefs.
Hornblowing is actually what the Chiefs' goal was last time before Rebellion happened.
Give the other
Was
guys some
indeed.
time to vote. Okay, that's everyone.
Yeah. Hornblower it is.
Too right! A few months in the luxury of the palace and King Ivor has already forgotten the old Wasi. Help me take the throne and I'll always be loyal to the north.
Oh, those old Wasi.
Wasi?
Think that was ways, but okay.
The chiefs plan to dig up Oddheld's legendary horn and use it to take over the kingdom. First, they must win the favor of the gods by diminishing the kingdom's belief in the ninth. To advance their scheme, they must lower the combined total of all regions' faith to 12 or less in 4 seasons. It didn't say that originally.
Amalia of the Test Zero dynasty, well-known political fixer, leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false King Ivor wears the crown. Alright,
Option
so do we go for
A,
sorcery,
sorcery.
doppelganger, or intimidation? I vote we hire a wizard.
I don't think this is hiring a wizard, but fair enough.
Yeah, that's true. Sorcery, good enough. Lower our own defiance. That's true. Our defiance is already quite low. It's not bad. I'm just always on plan to hire a wizard.
Hey,
Or
magic is fun.
intimidation. Wow. Oh, we split. Oh, intimidation. Raise stability. That's what we're going. We're going completely against the barony. That's interesting. All right, we're playing hardball today. The counts plan to hold the king hostage in his own palace. First, they must lull the spy master into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the counts must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Okay, we're already there. Interesting.
Any lower and the barons advance. But if it
Yeah,
stays, the counts
what
advance.
what a catch-22, my liege.
See, you should have,
Okay.
Barons, you should have voted with me. Now we have conflicting goals, and I'm the only one who has their goals not complete already.
Okay, golden choice, because I know you're all
Damn it.
very money interested.
Ugh,
Okay,
got a number.
let's start out in the barons.
Your Highness, this is an outrage. I demand justice. Last week, Count Test Zero shook my hand as a supposed show of reconciliation and stole my family's lucky ring in the process.
Blood and stars. Nonsense. Rummaging through your drawers, and I'm sure you will find the thing.
Your Highness, a feud has stood between our families for centuries. Test Zero's ancestor left my ancestor tied to a rock in the woods for the wolves to consume.
That's because his ancestor poisoned our well and killed half our household.
They turned me into a nuke.
Enough! I know Test Zero stole my priceless ring. It brings the March great luck and bounty, and my dear nephew is to wear it when he marries.
Okay, council. Apparently we're playing Judge Judy today. Either A, we send the Chancellor to the east to investigate, raising and lowering defiance. B, arrest Count Zero immediately, which will raise authority. Or C, and change defiance. Or C, leave the squabbling nobles to deal with the situation themselves. It'll also reduce farming.
Well, okay. So it is about a ring that is supposedly lucky, but, you know, I don't buy it. I think it's just a conflict that is petty and pointless. Let's just leave
It's
them
your
to do
own
whatever.
house. I think that we
Yes,
should
this
have
is your own
an,
house.
We should have an investigation.
No.
Okay.
He's just no.
We should send a chancellor to investigate. Make it fair.
I agree. Send the Chancellor to the east to investigate. That's my call.
All right, if you guys want that, then let's at least get you paid for the job.
Heck yeah.
The Baron's saying, no, screw this. We've got 11 nobles, but only 9 votes.
Interesting. Some
I
abstaining.
will cut it off with the next tiebreaker vote. Oh.
Okay.
Huh. Not what I expected.
This will be disastrous. The loss of our lucky ring will bring ruin upon my family.
Blood and stars. That's nothing but baseless superstition.
Even so, Baron Brian 80's sheep come down with a dreadful disease right afterwards. Tension rises between the two families, with fights breaking out between their households whenever they visit the capital.
And the farming is completely shot.
Wow, that was unexpected.
And it's exactly what you wanted for your scheme.
I mean, yeah.
See if famine comes to the marches then.
Speaking of the East,
Yeah. Your Grace, a monster has been stalking my farms at night, totally unrelated to the last 2 monsters, smashing down the doors of cottages and feasting on the peasants inside.
Not fucking again. How many?
Dozens, Your Grace, and only a few have survived the attacks. The survivors tell a garbled story about gleaming fangs amid a mountain of blood-soaked fur. The werewolf.
The Count's army is too low to deal with the abomination, because you guys
Damn it.
have no fucking army.
Yup. We kind of lost it in the last rebellion. Defending the king.
You know what?
I say we call for a Witcher.
I mean, normally I would agree, but
I'm sorry, you gentlemen don't have a vote this time. I have vetoed this is no concern.
Wow.
You only have one option.
Oh my goodness.
well then I don't vote. I don't vote on principle.
I wonder what happens if you... Can you pass a vote of 0? No, because then the king would still break the tie. Yeah. That's wild.
Call for the Witcher.
This New Game Plus is incredible.
I mean, that is what we're doing. We are basically calling a Witcher.
Yeah. I remember the storyline from last time.
That's the first time I've seen the king able to basically say, yeah, no, we're doing this.
Although I think the last time we
Yeah.
sent the military after that.
Hopefully
Very
some
cool.
enterprising monster slayer will claim it soon. And... Andy, if you would, be the marshal.
Alright. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. The chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes, the counts with knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose.
The Order of the Drowned Rose is currently drowned right now in plague.
And the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be
Battle
loyal
nuns.
above all.
You'll choose our northern warriors, won't you, Your Grace? Don't tell me you've gotten soft and southern already.
Okay, tell me about the Northern Warriors that I was once a part of.
Bearded oafs with axes and no manners.
Oi.
They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, and I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest. But they're honorable, and in a fight, unbeatable.
Okay, tell me about the Eastern Knights.
The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They'll understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle.
Also, our military is 0, but pay no
Well,
attention to that.
that's the only thing that remains. One order. They mostly write
One
poems
rose.
these days.
No shit! Veterans of the March.
These soldiers have fought more battles than they've had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt well to life in the palace. But they're loyal and tough as nails.
I'd like to point out that in the last game, the military in the Barons March went down to 0-2, and then they basically built it back up with foreign mercenaries.
Out of one event, out of nowhere.
Okay. Would anyone like to put offers on the table and thoughts on why I should pick them?
What?
I await your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty.
I think the best choice for you, Your Highness, is the Barons to lower defiance, but that's just me speaking for you. For my own house, I would say the Chiefs, of course, but
Andy, would you say the same?
I don't really care.
Duly noted.
You don't need an honor guard, my lord. Do it for the memes. Do it for the memes.
Tell you what, when you're king, you can do this.
Damn it.
Actually, I'm going to be loyal to my original household.
I will make the arrangements at once.
Warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger in with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavory jokes. One of your courtiers faints. It's home all over again. End season. All right, gentlemen, you have your wealth.
Such as it is.
And you may have your auction. I will give you a moment to browse.
So obviously, remember how many bad things happened the last time? And you know why this happened? It's because we didn't have a prison. We need to build a prison now.
We also need to build an observatory to get auguries from, astrological signs and whatnot.
Yeah, I agree on the observatory, but listen, if we wouldn't have had the problems with the demons if we had just read the proper books on how to deal with them, Demon Hunting 101. And so we should build a library in order to assist with such ventures.
Okay, why don't you just start the bidding here?
Yeah.
Who
have 60 seconds?
I have no
Bid
business
as you will.
bidding on anything.
And it's the in the lead. B is close behind. D's going up to 300. B is down to 100. D's up to 500. 500. No. Going up high. F up to 300. 500. 600. 700. 5 up to 1300. 1400. D up to 600. It is climbing fast. B is nowhere in sight. A is nowhere in sight. The Barons have nothing. F is going up higher and higher and higher. 2800. 2800. D is
Only
up
up to like 500 gold.
It's going hot.
Yeah,
The Barons
unfortunately,
are the two things. They have no idea what they're doing.
the Barons
is
seem
good.
to be hoarding their wealth and not
Yes.
paying for the prison.
Absolute madness, Chief. Absolute madness.
Didn't think he
And
could
it's
keep it
either
up
out
for
of
60
bidding
seconds.
stalled. Bidding stalled. He's going up. He's shooting him. 1700, 1600. F is up to 3,000. It is no contest. The Barons are not doing anything. At this point, spending more money on this is basically wasting your money. Anything else goes.
Interesting.
It is going.
Okay.
Going. And it is gone. Time up.
Wow.
And that is a library for stability
Atlas
raised. And an
Coming
observatory
in
for faith
hot.
lowered. We got food riots.
Yeah, the farming is
For
not
some
good.
reason, Baron Samuel Murphy does not like to capitalize the start of his sentences. My liege, the famine in the march grows worse by the day.
Didn't you guys vote against us helping your farming?
No, that was about.
It wasn't about farming, it was
wasn't.
about ring. Nobody
It was
knew.
literally about the farming.
Wait, what? This kingdom stability just went down immediately? I hate you all.
Riots are breaking out in all the
Riots.
major townships from Kellenberg to Zerbrimar. Starving mobs are pillaging bakeries, granaries, and merchant houses. What are we to do?
Huh. Well,
Oh my
Can you veto
God.
A?
I can.
What
That's
happens?
insanity.
So nothing gets.
That still gives the countdown. What is happening? This is madness.
Parliament is crippled.
Guys. Can someone ask them about this? Because this does not feel like an intended game function.
No. I'm sure what happens is when no, it probably is intended to be. It just allows you as monarch to make the final choice.
Ugh. And the military challenge failed because they're all morons.
Oh, come on!
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, it's not just the peasants who are starving. When the hungry soldiers are ordered to attack their fellow citizens, they often said to cut down their commanding
This kingdom
officers
is
and
doomed.
join the riots. The riots rage for weeks until multiple marcher cities are ablaze and every granary has been ransacked. When all is said and done, the march is a shadow of its former self. And nothing has been resolved. The peasants are still hungry.
I think the longer we play this game, the better chance for an actual apocalypse to happen.
The
Like
kingdoms
the
are.
entire
the realms
entire
are
land
beat
just
up, man.
dies.
Possibly.
Your Grace, the situation in the east and literally everywhere else is dire. Our peasant levies have suffered dreadfully in the last few seasons and are now refusing to serve in any future military action. I'm worried for the safety of my fellow counts. We must bolster our dwindling forces in the east. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection?
Okay. Actual choices this time.
Yeah. Conscripts.
And conscripts? No. Let's recruit people who want to help.
I agree. I say do a recruitment campaign.
There's so little chance of that happening, but it would tank our farming, though. This all sucks.
Tell you what.
What?
I'll pay your nobles to go along with it. Okay? How about that?
Okay.
I say B, Chiefs, but that's just me.
Oh, geez. Never mind.
Wow.
Everyone said B.
Well, I'll take the money.
Do you get paid no matter what?
Yes.
I believe so, yes.
Jesus, fuck. Okay. Surely the peasants just need encouragement. Posters featuring the likeness pointing at the reader with text saying, "King Ivor needs you," are soon plastered throughout the east. Unfortunately, if you peasants are enough to get the peasants to sign up to die for you, let alone for the counts. Unchallenged,
Oh my God,
bandits and
stability
petty
is
outlaws
one.
become more and more of a problem in the east. Stability is now lawless, defiance is aloof, and trade is now modest.
Wait,
Yes.
okay. Does the kingdom fall if stability lowers, or
Yes.
what's the thing
Yep.
that allows for revolution? Is it I think it's authority, right?
No, if anything goes to zero, if any of those three go to zero,
Yeah.
everyone loses.
Mm-hmm.
Your Majesty, it's important that you find a spouse sooner rather than later.
Be quick about it, because otherwise the kingdom is dying.
I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind?
It can go both ways.
Okay, Your Majesty, I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families of the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer.
Listen, we're in the apocalypse. I will take literally anyone that works at this point.
It's an easy enough decision. You'll marry into the chiefs as we agreed before you took the throne, right? Right?
I love how you started the Chiefs off with an Arnold Schwarzenegger accent and then have slowly gone like further
Well,
into
it's a
like
different
Braveheart.
guy.
It's a different guy.
It's true, it's a different guy.
And...
Oi!
What? And, yeah, no, that's good.
Alright.
Boy, oh boy.
Oh, the Wisher showed up.
The treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. Where the hell did it all go?
Bribes?
Please say, Your Majesty. Perhaps you've been spending a little too freely. Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You get a bank loan or sell off the crown jewels. Or perhaps crank open some of your predecessor tombs. Most are buried with piles of gold. So I've heard.
Crabs.
Making more coins is the worst option in the history of everything. I will take a hefty loan from Salvant and Gal Bank. Because everything else is going to go really fucking badly.
Yep. But this is also going to go badly, but, you know. All
The
the
Bank of
options
Salvant
suck.
and Gal operates from the fabulously wealthy Republic of Kurth all the way across the Western Sea. I assure you, however, that they maintain total independence from the Republic. The banker they send to take your signature has delicate hands and sharp teeth. He watches as you put pen to paper, eyes glittering. You're making an excellent decision, Your Majesty. You shall pay us back with 25% interest in 1 year. Settling the kingdom with debt isn't great optics, but you had no other choice. So I gotta make money.
I found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young candidate from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance.
And a partner for life, to have and to hold, don't forget.
Indeed. Your Majesty.
The Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall, where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered in a cloth. Alright. Let's see what you got. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait.
This is Odwin, firstborn daughter of the northern well-armed Wathakos clan. She's your typical northern lass, as far as I can tell, big and loud in all the social graces of a goat, but means well. She's made herself quite wealthy with a series of shrewd investments. She was already engaged once, but it didn't last. No one's sure why.
Did I hear money? I'm interested. Let's keep going.
This is Vladenia, the eldest heir of the Eastern Alpha Wolf 1369 dynasty. They're a good-looking one, eh? And not a bad word is said about them. Everyone likes them. See that beautiful fur coat they're wearing in the portrait? Wolf pelt, hunted it themselves. They did have to suppress a peasant revolt on their land recently, and I wonder why.
Uh-huh. I can feel that. I'm feeling a connection.
Finally, we have the March's offering, Samuel, scion of the prestigious Josh the Man bloodline. A typical baron, really, loud and brash and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. He had a meaningful encounter with a wizard a few years ago, and now spends most of his time brewing strange potions. He was high up in the army, training the troops, so was dishonorably discharged for some reason.
This guy was in the army of the March? Oh, hard pass. Hard pass.
What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance.
I have made my decision.
Pick the wizard.
My heart says Vladena, but my bank account says Odwin.
Marry a wizard.
Excellent, I'll make the arrangements.
And besides, I am still, marrying into the family.
That's not a good thing.
Wait. No.
A monster slayer named Vogan asks permission to appear before the council. The bounty on the monster in the east has been collected. He steps forward, a gaunt figure in a hooded cloak. With a sneer, he tosses something at your feet, a blood-soaked head tumbling across your nice clean floor.
You're a monster, my liege.
Uh-huh.
That's no monster. That's Count Dragoon's head. Murderer! Murderer!
Care to explain yourself?
Count Dragoon was the monster who's been terrorizing the east the last few months.
Always the fucking nobles here.
Last week, I hunted the beast down, found it feasting on the remnants of some unlucky peasant. Damn creature loped away before I could kill it, so I followed at a distance. The beast made its way to a grand keep. Before my very eyes, I witnessed this bloodthirsty beast transform back into Count Dragoon.
Do you know what manner of creature this was?
With some kind of skin shedder, no doubt. A nightmare beast that lived within Count Dragoon's skin and came out at night. He had no memory of his crimes, I'm sure, but the only cure was the axe.
Monster or not, your highness, Count Dragoon was a noble. We can't stand for a noble to be slain by some common-blooded mercenary. Arrest this man.
Count Dragoon has died. Dragoon II has joined the office. Okay,
Again, all the options
Dragoon
suck.
said that it was a full moon, so they turned into a creature of hell. Yeah, sounds about right.
Hey boys, you want to make friends with this guy? The counts are pleased with this idea, and your honor guard are happy to step in. It does not go well. The monster slayer throws down some sort of smoke bomb and escapes, leaving them doubled over coughing. After only a few minutes, they succumb to what must have been a deadly poison. You tear the city apart to track him down to no avail. Common folk and nobles alike laugh about how Vogan escaped your clutches. Spoonie, you want to give me an explanation for why your honor guard sucks?
Treachery!
Some sort of witcher magic.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he used a witcher bomb.
Andy.
Deep in the forests of the March, Baron Wolf has gone boar hunting with a few of his close friends. Oh no, I know how this ends. Huzzah! The kingdom is in such chaos that I've stopped paying taxes, and the king hasn't even noticed.
Kingdom is in a shambles.
Aye, given the recent turmoil, the council is calling for the king's inner circle to resign. We need to increase the pressure. If the king's in a weak enough position, he's got no choice but to bow to our demands. No more interfering spymaster, no more marshal or chancellor or treasurer. A whole new inner circle, all made up of barons. For the next stage of the scheme, the barons must allow authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Well,
Oh, lovely.
Inner circle.
So, I'm going to be adopting the Iron Choice here and removing the Monarch's vote here because that thing's been useless. Oh, lovely. And the Barons are also on the verge of rebellion anyway, despite being my current most cause of problems. Okay, I got a refugee crisis to deal with. Ugh.
The march is experiencing a terrible famine, Your Highness, and a steady trickle of refugees have been pouring into the north.
And?
They're looking for food and steady work, but finding neither. They've turned to begging. The streets of northern cities are crowded with marcher vagrants.
well, I'm sorry that my suffering people are clogging up the precious northern streets. They need help, not judgment. But will the council give it?
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
What should be done about the refugees flocking from the march to the north? Option A, distribute grain among the starving peasants in the march. That cuts into my treasury, but raises stability and farming with mixed results and defiance. B, fund the local clan warriors to deal with the beggars. Oh, I am not liking that option.
Yeah, that went well the last time.
Option C, close the roads out of the march. Oh boy. And option D, the king will hand out bread to the refugees in the north.
Can
Oh,
you
lovely.
get like a game over right then and there if you get
Wow,
killed
all
by
these
the beggars?
options
Yeah,
are
that feels like the worst
terrible.
idea in the history of
Honestly,
anything.
I think if you send the local clan warriors to deal with the beggars, it's not like you care about their defiance right now. If they're gonna rebel, they're gonna rebel, and I doubt they will because their military sucks.
Ooh, the
That's
Chiefs
true.
can't take them out.
But you can lower the defiance here if you pick A.
Yeah, but it's going to take the treasury, and we owe
Also,
a loan
we got to
to
fucking
the.
raise stability, guys. Because one mistake and game over.
Okay. As
That's
much as
true,
I
it
know
does-
Where that
Oh,
goes.
I see.
That's true, it
Yeah,
does
'cause everything
loyal,
else
and I-
lower stability.
Plus, it'll increase your farming, which will get us out of this death spiral.
Okay, for the good of the realm, we have to pick A.
Okay.
And I will even slap the Monarch's Iron Choice on there, which will give me a bonus +1 authority. If it actually succeeds.
But only for the good of the realm, you understand that?
Uh-huh. No, I know where this is going. Know exactly where this is going.
I'm just afraid of the interest we're going to have to pay out of the treasury.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to patent to tax you guys at some point here, because I'm running out of cash.
I think this game needs to, if you're going to continue a campaign from one game to the next, it needs to reset the region's
Yep.
statistics a little bit.
Definitely.
But it also makes our choices a little bit more interesting. For it's like, okay, we need to like get the proper stats for what we want, but also think about the long term because, like,
Oh, that's true. I mean, we've
if I
had to.
knew that if I knew my military was going to be tanked for this long, I might have just stepped out of the way of the rebellion last time, right?
But it's also, I mean, in a way, it's good that it's forcing us to do things we wouldn't normally do. But in a way, it's
Yeah.
bad because the kingdom is in a total shit show right now.
Right now, it is absolutely.
And literally only the Chiefs have a good place, but it's like, if they want to lower something, how's that going to go? By distributing grain among the peasants who remain in the march, you alleviate their suffering and reduce the flow of refugees. For those who have already made their way to the north prove unwilling to return to their homeland, fearing more famine around the corner. Tensions heighten between the barons and the chiefs. Okay, the finest mead.
Your Greatness, the seasons have not been kind to us in the north. We face poor harvests and miserable farmers.
Fuck everything.
I beg of you, send aid.
I suppose I could send some grain to support your peasants.
Lots of peasants? No, I am to be wed, Your Highness, and when that day comes, I will drink only the finest mead. But with the farms in their current state, we lack the honey. I need more bees. Force the farmers of the north to don their fancy wicker suits, and we should all drink our fill of honey wine.
Don't make the Wicker Man.
Oh, lovely.
I need more bees.
More bees.
Okay, I would like to recommend we pass a law that mandates beekeeping in the north because, hey, y'all get farming. You like farming, don't you? And it doesn't cost me money. Anyone else got a vote to put on this?
Actually, like
I'll pay
that's
you.
one way to do it.
I will
Sure.
pay you for this. To vote for this.
I actually have no opinion on this, so Chiefs, vote your conscience. I give you permission. But if you
Well,
want
I'm
some
gonna
money,
say just
pick B.
do nothing, because I think, and here's my not just selfish reasoning for this. B seems too good to be true. There has
No.
to be some hidden catch to it.
No, I'm for option B there. Pass a law of mandates beekeeping. It'll increase farming within the realm, and the monarch's given us a golden choice, so we'll get some money out of that to build buildings.
Okay, well, you'll see.
There's gonna be a plague of bees.
Well, now some money is going in. Raw Metal himself just wants honey subsidies, I guess. Okay.
Cool.
Voting has closed. The peasants resent such an overbearing law, complaining that they can't magic up bees from thin air. But when Chief Raw Metal threatens them with a spell in his dungeon, they change their tune. Despite desperate farmers abandon their meager fields in search of wild hives to care for. Soon the north is abuzz.
Thank you, Your Majesty. My wedding is sure to be a success.
See, everyone's happy. Everyone wins in that one. Your wedding to Odwin is, naturally, the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Feels like you're not the only one, you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Odwin at your side.
Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife?
Marriage.
Then I pronounce you king and wife.
After the wedding, of course, there's a feast. And after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Odwin, dances so vigorously that she spills wine all over herself. That's stability up, that's authority up, defiance can't go lower, defiance all down. Ooh, yes! Good stuff.
Ugh.
There's pride. By the time you find yourself alone with Odwin, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired.
Good God, I am so drunk, and yet somehow not drunk enough. Time for more wine.
I think you've had enough.
Bah, you sound just like my mother, but I suppose you're right.
What did you think of the wedding?
It was damn beautiful from start to finish, wasn't it? I had a whale of a time.
So what do you like to do in your spare time?
Usually I'm trying to turn a profit, but there's so much money out there and so little time to make it.
I've never been more turned on in my life by what you've just said. Shall we go to bed?
No time like the present, eh?
She swigs back the last dregs of her wine and leads you to bed. See, this woman gets me. I've found my partner.
Northern sagas tell of Odhel's horn, once gifted to mortals by the honey-blooded prince himself, then lost to the snows of time, never to be found again.
Honey is coming up a lot in this game.
Until now.
Apparently.
I have it! Odheld has spoken! Last night during the storm, I beseeched the drunken vessel himself, and lo, did lightning strike the earth far to the north. That's where we'll find the horn. You mean into the frozen wastes? Aye! Have everyone muster their best warriors. We're headed into the domain of the ice giants. For the next stage of the chief's scheme, they must raise their military to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Can do.
Are you trying to do another apocalypse? Oh my god.
Far on the east, Count Alpha Wolf 1369 is hosting a dinner party in his castle with a few distinguished guests. Grave news. The spy master's still watching us like a fox stalking a hen. A good thing we are not hens, then, We are crows, and far cleverer than the fox could ever imagine. Agreed. But since we're clever little crows, let's continue to look like harmless hens for as long as we can. I think the Count's metaphors are getting mixed up. The Count's aim is to raise stability to 5 or more.
They got an uphill climb.
Yeah.
Yep.
Use your own military device.
But we're the lesser of the other two evils right now, because everyone else's scheme is at stage 2. So, I mean,
True.
what harm could happen in letting us increase ours a little bit?
I haven't had much chance to screw with the
Mhm.
north and all.
Ivor, I had something I wanted to ask of you. Why am I still drunk?
What can I do for you, my drunken
You're a chief. When aren't you drunk?
As you surely know, I run a very successful lumber company back home in the north.
I didn't marry you for your looks. I mean, go on.
But the current laws are a little restrictive for my trade. Lots of tariffs and regulations. You know how it is. I was hoping you should push for some changes in the council. Eliminate some of the more cumbersome quality standards for northern lumber, perhaps?
You want me to give the north preferential treatment?
I think it's only fair. The other regions can't compete with us in the lumber trade anyway.
Fine, I'll assemble the council.
The gods are good. I'll see you there.
I've heard crazier reasons to assemble the council this reign. Okay. Option A, relax quality standards on only northern lumber. B, relax quality standards on all lumber in the kingdom. Or do nothing. Anybody want to speak on this one?
Honestly?
We relaxed quality standards on all lumber in the kingdom. Let's do that.
I think honestly we should just I'm for relaxing standards on northern lumber. I think that the treasury could do with a bolster, especially with the 25% tax interest payment looming on the horizon.
The North
Chief?
agrees. The North agrees that only northern lumber standards should be reduced.
And none of the choices are bad in that case, so whatever.
Here's your
The worst
king's
choice right
thing.
now I think is doing nothing.
Here's your king's point, though. I want all of you doing well. Vetoed.
Wow.
In that case, I say we do nothing.
I say we do nothing then, yeah. You'll piss off your
So-
spouse, but
Is that really the only thing that you guys will work on me with?
yeah.
Ugh.
I'm fine with B personally.
B is what works for all of us. It heightens all of your trade, which is already bustling as is, and frankly would be good for everyone.
True, but it lowers the stability, which is not good for the overall kingdom, and it doesn't increase the treasury, which we need to care about right now.
Fine, you've convinced me. But I'm putting the golden choice on the B anyway, so that maybe some of you will be working with me on this.
Yeah, that's fair. The Count's voting on B. Count's our goals are to raise stability. What is happening?
It's a nail biter, this one.
I'm
Yeah,
not calling
well.
it because there is one more noble out there who has a tie-breaking vote and hasn't voted yet.
Sure, but you were still the leash. It is your call.
I'm trying to be fair on this one. I'll give it
Yeah,
another
fair.
2 seconds.
All right.
We have one that has not voted yet on our list.
Someone is operating on dial-up.
Mm.
Or
Because they're not
Rogers.
here.
you know.
Well, I guess we're relaxing standards on all lumber, just like we're doing this anyway. Honestly, you did convince me well. The other regions are outraged by the clear nepotism that's taking place, but Odwin pays them no mind. As profits pour in, she even shares a portion of the income with the treasury.
Oh, treasury did go up. Wow.
Yes, kind of made the point with that one. A vanity project. The chief architect bustles into your office, carrying an armful of parchment. Statues can be torn down. Paintings can be burned. Don't you think it's time you left a lasting mark on this kingdom?
Not this.
I
event
propose
again.
we carve your majesty's visage into the side of a mountain. It will take dozens of artisans, thousands of hours, but will ensure you're always remembered. Absolutely ridiculous. Call yourself an architect? Well, I went to university and everything. You call a vote to discuss this outrageous plan. A mountainside carved into your likeness will surely get people talking, but it'll take time and a lot of gold.
Yeah, let's just waste all the treasury money. So D.
This really plays into the monarch's plan to do D though. But I'm also
Fuck it,
really not
but again
for
like,
anything else. Really, I don't want to come out of my wallet.
Honestly, I think if you were to say C, the nobles will fund it. I think the nobles can afford it. You've been giving them the golden
Looking
choice.
at
You've been giving them the golden choice for all
Overall-
votes now, and they've had a lot of money flowing into their coffers.
It
Interesting.
is true that we've got 20. That it's 22,250 total. I think.
Yes.
Out of everyone's
Yes.
wallet, out of 12 people's wallets, when you've all got roughly 1,000 gold each. Some way more.
But true. I'm just wondering about the Defiance. Whose Defiance goes up?
Everybody's
Probably
like,
everyone's Defiance.
everyone's.
Yeah.
Everyone's.
How much you care about
that
the
would
Baron?
mean that barony would be rebellion.
Would have the chance to rebel, but I wonder if that's within their best interest.
I mean, I don't control who rebels.
Yeah, true. You
The
don't.
last time,
It would be up to your entire kingdom.
Well,
with
as
your
it
two
stands,
military.
I'm going to veto adding Consort Odwin to this design, because I'm fairly certain if we meme that to be the option, we will just destroy the kingdom. Period.
I
Like,
agree.
that's
That
just
is
going to be
that
the end
is
of
a
everything.
wise choice, Your Majesty.
Beyond that, I think you've all said more or less your piece, and I will let the nobles sort this.
Okay.
I was spooning on this one. And the rest of the
seems you
kingdom
lot are-
vehemently disagrees. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
they want to keep their money.
yeah.
When the results of the vote are announced, the chief architect sighs in disappointment. Well, I suppose I'll have focus my work elsewhere. He decides to train enterprising architects and builders across the kingdom, sharing his knowledge. Many of the nobles use this new expertise to renovate their estates. North trade is now opulent. Guys are awesome. Doing awesome out there. A new honor guard. The deaths of your honor. Andy.
Did the,
Oh, yeah.
Did the Witcher kill the honor guard?
Yep.
Yes, they poisoned. They were poisoned
Oh,
and all died.
They died. I didn't know they died.
Yep.
Holy
Don't fuck with witches,
shit.
man. The death of your honor guard in the line of duty was a tragedy, Your Majesty, but we don't have time to mourn. We must replace them at once. The king needs protection.
I think we've done this before. Since you're...
Of course, since your previous honor guard,
But now you
the
can't pick anyone
northern
from the
warriors,
north. Yeah.
who died horrible deaths, you're unlikely to find any volunteers from the north to replace them.
So I have to pick from the barons or the counts. Ugh. You know what? Fuck it. If these Eastern Knights have been able to last this long, maybe they're worth something, because everyone else there has died. Yes, I've made my
Wasn't
decision.
there an event about like us trying to like rebuild the order and Spoonie just said nah?
I don't think so.
No, okay.
Oh,
Thinking about it, this would lower their defiance.
there was an option that would have lowered the military, but it was already at 0, so I just said screw it.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
All right, barons, you guys have been mercenaries the rest of your life. Now you're going to be mercenaries for me. The veterans arrive a few weeks later. They march into the throne room in perfect formation before lining up behind your throne, hands on their sword hilts. Each soldier sports a bigger scar than the last, usually from monsters that they unleashed on themselves. And end of season. Okay. It is another auction, ladies and gentlemen, and you've got wealth to spend after that last fight. You've got a monument for raising authority, a theater for lowering authority, an aqueduct for raising farming, and a military raising fortress. A grand bazaar for increasing trade, and a library for increasing stability. We may discuss.
Alright, barons! We are hoarding our wealth. Let's put it to the arts.
I think all the houses would agree with me when I say that if we build a fortress, we can raise our militaries. However, slightly, still necessary. Still a necessary step for the good of the kingdom.
I'm not opposed to the fortress right now, honestly.
Yep, I'm also not opposed to the fortress as a second building.
Yeah.
Theater should be our focus.
The only thing is, I obviously, again, for our own personal purposes, the library would be great. But our stability is at 3. That is dangerously low. If anything should come in to attempt to shake the foundations of the kingdom, our entire kingdom would crumble, and it didn't matter who the council was for. We could just lose everything.
Grand Bazaar is fun too. I like trade.
Why don't you start the bids then?
Yep.
No, trade's high enough, Your Majesty.
Ding-a-ling-ling. And it's B, and it's D, and it's G, and it's B, and it's F, and it's F, and it's B, and it's F, and it's B. F 1,000, B and 500. D's nowhere to be found, folks. F is going sky high. F is going sky high. Stability for days. 3,800. 3,800. It is not even a needed contest. They don't need the money to go that high, but they are anyway. D's going up to F. It's D and B. It is D and B fighting each other for second place here. Both at 800, but it's currently the theater for 800. Fortress needs another. Fortress at 900. Do I have 900? I have 900. Do I have 1,000? I have 1,000. I have 1,000 for the theater. The fortress is 1,800.
All right.
I will stop.
Yeah,
That's all
balance,
all the rest of my funding into the fortress there, chiefs.
Any money to the theater, to anything. They're just hoarding their wealth.
The counts put literally all of their cash into the thing, and nobody else is going to be even close.
God damn it.
And there is your effect. The library and the fortress. We are learned monsters. Bees!
Bees!
Spoonie.
The North has taken to beekeeping like bees to a flower. Crops are bountiful and fields are blooming. There have been festivals with much dancing and merriment. But the church is worried. The farm folk are besieged by nightmares, all involving bees. It has made them superstitious, and they are losing faith in the... Your Majesty, wait! The farms north have improved beyond measure, but there's widespread happiness like never before. But for some reason, the church wishes to burn our hives.
To let them burn something.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
You know those churches. They can't stop burning things.
It must be done. Our churches lie empty on holy days, for the peasants of the north now worship only the harvest. They pray to their hives instead of the 9th. Your Highness, please. The peasants have full bellies and joyful smiles. This is what the church would burn, this is what the church would burn, Your Majesty. Liar! My priests report your peasants complain of night horrors and insomnia. Something evil is happening in the north.
Something evil is always happening in the north.
More
Option A,
bees.
the bees. Option B, more bees fund more bees. Option C, burn the hives.
God, you know what you must do. More bees. Only good can come from having more bees.
This is gonna
You know
sound.
what? I want to see.
This is gonna sound weird coming from the Chiefs, but I say burn the hives.
Why? I'm curious.
Why? Because I don't want to mess with either my faith or the farming.
It is raising your defiance.
We could use a little rowdiness in the clan here. I don't mind that so much.
I need to see where the bee storyline is going.
Okay,
I need to know. I need to see the plot point where like bees are like laying eggs and like honeycombs in people's brains, and we go
Guys.
like full like Cronenbergian like folk horror.
You know the only choice for this is B.
Absolutely.
God damn it. Okay, I'm putting that as the golden choice because that was too good. Well done, Andy.
Nothing can go wrong.
You'll doom us all, you realize that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna be glorious.
No, I'm gonna doom the North, and frankly, you guys are due for a whooping. I'm gonna make you guys fight bees. How about that?
Farming will go up incredibly. Don't worry about it.
You guys are gonna have mead for days. The church is horrified. The farmers are overjoyed. They invest in more hives and throw festivals to celebrate. Not festivals in your name, nor in the name of the ninth god, but at least they're happy. Our faith is now irreverent. Farming is now abundant. I'd like to point out, Spoonie, your kingdom has 8 and 3 of them. Like, you're doing pretty good, all told.
Yeah.
Actually, wow.
I'm not complaining about that.
That's kind of scary.
I'm complaining about what's going to
Good
come.
evening, your.
Never mind.
Yeah. Good evening, Your Majesty. Tell me, have you ever heard of Oddheld's horn?
Yeah, I was looking for that thing back when I was trying to be. I mean,
The Horn of Oddheld is indeed a northern legend, a horn gifted to mortals before the Ninth's triumph during the Cursed Age.
Get to the point.
You must understand, whether it is creation of a pagan spirit or not, the horn is real. My sources confirm it.
Of course it is.
It's said to have the power to destroy any fortification with a single toot. The chiefs are searching for it in the frozen wastes, having received a sign hinting at its location.
Toot.
You mean where the ice giants live?
Precisely. We'll need to stop them before they retrieve it, if at all possible.
Doom
They've
does as
gathered a
he
great-
pleases.
They've gathered a great host of warrior heroes for the journey to the wastes. We must act fast to have any hope in stopping them.
You hastily assemble the council to deal with the chief's military buildup. The chiefs, predictably, deny everything.
Would you deny us our right to protect ourselves from the ice giants? Bah!
Oh,
Oh, yep. Choice A. Yep.
I get the veto choice C right then and there. So, there's absolutely no way you guys are voting for C.
Yep.
Uh,
Voting for A.
No, we're voting for B.
Voting for B.
Yep. At least to
Actually, no,
delay the.
Chiefs were voting for A. Yeah, we're voting
Really?
for A. Yeah.
To raise your own defiance, lower your
See if you
military,
guys are good for that.
but it won't delay your scheme necessarily. It'll just lower your military. I see. Counts, we're going B. It's the only way. Why don't my people listen to me?
They don't listen to any of you. Just like you
Yeah,
don't
it's
listen
true.
to me.
They do what they want. Chat is a chaotic, eldritch being unto itself.
I think the barons are holding enough wealth to just buy the kingdom flat by this point.
Also true.
You think a piece of paper will stop us? Ha! You don't know what the Northern Chief is made of.
Bitch, I am one. Although your decree discourages a few law-abiding northern warriors from joining the expedition, you cannot stop them going by law alone. Fuck. It's not nearly enough. Ugh. Your marriage to Odwin has grown stale. Oh, you got along good enough, and you made some good memories together. But there's no spark. She cares more about maximizing profits than your own happiness. Spark or no spark, you still need an heir.
What's the difference?
I know.
Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins.
My wife and I will have a children together.
Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can lay some pipe.
End the season.
Month off from ruling.
Somewhere in the march, Baron Worf sits at a banquet, gnawing on a greasy chicken leg. He and his fellow plotters discuss their scheme between mouthfuls. The Ninth God has finally answered our prayers, my friend. The council demands that the king's advisors resign, and the king is too weak to resist. Our replacements are waiting in the wings. What? The wings of what? Once our advisors
Wings of peace!
surround the king, we'll have complete control of what he hears. We'll shape his reality. We'll treat the king like a mushroom, keep him in the dark and feed him down.
Yeah.
You got it. The question is, what should we do with this control? Interesting choice. Interesting choice.
I think you
actually,
want to raise
both
defiance, but, because, well...
I'm gonna actually vote for A myself. I don't know what the barons are doing otherwise.
Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad at you.
See, well, this helps you out.
Well, you
No, it
guys,
doesn't.
that's technically
It
the
doesn't.
majority either.
It screws me. Because now my own victory condition is now tied to Andy winning.
We'll turn the king into a powerless little puppet. Dance, puppet, dance.
I've literally just been chained to Andy.
Sometimes it's scary how much you get into this, but it's a great plan. What now? Now the kingdom must return to prosperity, and we'll ensure we get all the
Yeah,
credit.
we literally can't win. Yeah, Athos. Alright, time to rebel. Alright.
The
Council,
council-
we're on full-on rebellion plan.
The
With
council
what?
will see this as a demonstration of our competence. They'll insist on sweeping out the old guard. At that point, we've won.
You couldn't
Well, the
overthrow a
final stage of the
preschool
scheme.
with that military of yours.
The barons must raise stability to
try.
at least 5.
Oh boy. 2 or more schemes, regions past the final stage scheme. The winner will be decided at random.
In the north, unbeknownst to the rest of the kingdom, a great battle has just taken place. Naturally, the chiefs are celebrating with their recent victory against the ice giants in the frozen waste by smashing steins together and singing battle songs all throughout the night. Did you see that giant's face when I cut them down? Poor Blighter never felt a heated axe before. Ah. So much loot! Never mind the horn, look at all this gold! The party lasts long into the night. A few chiefs take turns drinking mead out of Oddhelt's horn. As dawn breaks, they stumble into the mead hall where Chief Oddfin has beckoned them. Quiet down, you louts! It's time to get serious! This horn has the power to collapse buildings, cause earthquakes, even destroy mountains. We must
With
vote
a single toot.
with a single toot! We must vote on how it will be used. Ooh, lower farming or lower authority?
Yeah,
Lower
I'm
authority.
pretty sure.
I think we want a lower authority if all possible.
It's
I'm
lowers
pretty sure
oth-
if you pick A, you automatically win though. So
Yeah, it's lower others farming, not
No,
your
because
own.
it's gonna be.
So-
It's gonna be. Last time I did that, it was everybody's. Like last time I did that, it was everybody's faith. It said lower others' faith, but it was tied into everybody's.
Sneak into the capital and collapse the palace onto the monarch's head.
A bit too sneaky for my liking, but it'll get the job done. We'd best make sure that security is lax enough for us to sneak in. I'm sure we can convince the king to relax a few restrictions here and there. the good of the realm, of course. For the final stage of their scheme, the chiefs must lower authority to 2 or less.
Dangerous.
Oh, okay. Hey, you guys just had a good battle, right?
How dare you?
It's fair. You guys just had a big battle and we need money. Also, same for you barons, too.
Playing with fire with that level of defiance.
Yeah, but this should be enough to get me through the tax bracket thing, remember? Debt collection. Oh, lordy.
Okay, here it comes.
Greetings, Your Majesty. I am here on behalf of Salvant and Gal to collect what we are owed. You and
Have
what
the
army?
goal to come here.
The Republic of Girth guarantees all our loans to foreign states. If you fail to pay your debt, you'll be the subject of aggressive trade sanctions and eventually war. You owe us a grand total of 3,750 gold. Of course, sir. Here you go. A pleasure doing business with you. There. Done with. Ugh. The North has been prosperous of late, but my tax collectors are reporting suspicious coins in the latest takings. The whole region is awash with fake money. The council needs to act.
Yeah, it's because somebody's been taxing the shit out of us, so I wonder why that is happening.
Ugh.
See.
So.
So I'm just gonna, see.
Chiefs, everyone is voting for A.
I mean, if you wanna help the king needs trade raised, not lowered.
Both of them are
But-
lowered. You can't
but-
argue that one.
Yeah, but there's no choice here.
I think this could be easily solved by inventing a new coin.
On the other hand, let me put it like this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, damn it. Well, again, I refuse to vote on principle then. That was a mistake,
same.
because, you know who has a chance of actually winning? The
Both of
person
you.
with 88743, as opposed to 51244.
Look, you guys are 1 point off. I want to at least. This puts him 1 point off. The rest of my game is going to be a balancing act between you guys. I need to keep
Okay.
something in check.
Okay.
Town criers across the north ring their bells and order townsfolk to beware forged coins. Unfortunately, the result is a complete loss of trust in the king's coinage. Northern townsfolk barter goods instead, while the merchants ask for foreign currencies. And famine in March. Oh boy.
It's not getting any better down there.
Hello, Your Majesty. I've traveled all the way from the march to beg you to do something about the price of grain. I can't afford to feed my family. A day of back-breaking work isn't enough to buy a day's worth of bread. She's right. The grain price in the march is beyond all control. Greedy merchants rake in profit while the common folk starve. Oh, Jesus.
Put a price on the cap of grain. Put a cap on the price of brain. Encourage the march to explore alternative food sources.
God damn it.
Cannibalism.
Or the free market will correct itself in due time.
I hate all of these. Thank you.
Put a cap on the price of grain.
Time to do a dice roll.
Oh my god. Okay, so... Oh god. None of these are good.
Hey, barons, counts. If you vote B, we'll raise authority. Push them out of the danger zone.
I'm
Okay,
with
okay. Actually, I have an idea before you start the vote.
Okay.
If you use the iron choice on A, do you get the authority raised before the check?
Probably.
Yes.
But the fact is, I'm willing to bet that getting this wrong will fuck up everything.
Well, both of them will fuck up something.
Yeah, getting a higher base modifier before you put the
Would you
cap
be willing
on
to go
it.
for D?
No.
No.
Let's try A actually
Look,
with the
here's
with the
my
iron
point. Here's
choice.
my point. Both of these are negative choices here. Like, if either of them fail, I'm willing to bet the price is lowered authority because the kingdom failed.
Yep.
At
But
least this is guaranteed.
But placing iron choice on the price of grain has a chance of us increasing the modifier to higher than 40%.
Yep.
At the time
and
of
then
roll.
you have a coin flip if whether
You
it
guys are
works or
both
not.
gambling. You guys would be gambling with them inevitably winning, especially because that's the authority one itself. Which means it's almost even more like-
But on the
It's
other hand,
better odds. It's potentially better odds than 40.
yeah, and
Percent.
also
No.
if
I know
as
you
said,
both want stability here, but this is the option that will keep us all playing the game a little longer. I've made my decision on this.
I'm still gonna vote for A.
This is a terrible choice. And if you chose D, then we could all push the Chiefs back a little bit. You may have just doomed us to a iron giant.
maybe,
we
but
might be able
you've
to-
convinced me the last time
Oh.
that the Chiefs still have one more step.
No, this is it.
This is the last step for us.
Oh. Now then, you convinced me of a wrong thing.
Okay.
Place a strict
Ew.
price on grain. However, wily merchants start to use the grain to brew alcohol to avoid losing money and getting around your orders. The kingdom is now turbulent. I skipped ahead because I thought that was the end of the game. Oh my. It lowered stability, not authority. Ew. Ugh.
It
Mm.
wouldn't immediately end the game anyway if the authority reaches 2. Because you have to for the season you have to wait for the
End the
season.
season,
to
I
end.
think. Yeah.
No, that's literally it. It immediately ends. If
Oh,
you-
okay.
No. I don't think
I thought the seasonal thing still took precedent. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see, I guess.
Oh boy. Panic in the
Oh,
council.
that's a vote to rebel. Interesting. All right. Panic in the council. Your Grace, I bring bad news from the east. We are receiving reports of.
Monsters, I know.
I am sure your news can wait. I bring urgent tidings from the march that
I
demand
know,
the
you
king's
need
attention
draining.
at once.
I know, you need
Wait your
farms.
turn, you ignorant dolt.
Why don't you settle your quarrel outside? Meanwhile, I have news from the Earth that really is urgent.
You fucking bees. Shut up! Shut up!
Shut up now.
Eastern courts are corrupt, Your Majesty. Judges are letting off the vilest criminals in return for the slightest bit of coin.
Is that all? By the 9th, order in the march has broken down, Your Highness. Some battalions have killed their own officers and begun roving the wilderness, acting like bandits. Yeah, that happened in Season 1.
My news is worse still. The North is increasingly lawless, Your Majesty. Some chiefs have taken advantage, declaring themselves independent of your rule. Oh, all these problems have been arisen because the kingdom is increasingly unstable, Your Majesty. Something must be done.
Agreed. Make sure these issues are dealt with, my Chancellor.
Unfortunately, we lack the resources to tackle all these problems at once. We must vote on which matter to prioritize.
All of them
rises
raise
to fall.
stability, so that's good.
It's which kingdom gets hit. But in return...
If you
Send troops
wanna-
to bring independent chiefs back into the kingdom.
If you want to delay the rebellion for the barons, you can do that.
Would you guys be willing to work with that?
Oh, I see.
Unfortunately, it also lowers our military again. But what can you do?
That's nothing new for you guys.
Okay, Chiefs.
Spoonie, anything to say?
Chiefs, I say we vote for either A or C, whatever looks like it's going to pull ahead, I think. I really don't care, as long as it's not B.
I feel like counts we can vote for C because it will.
Vote is on.
Okay.
Okay, Chiefs, vote for shit.
Don't
Vote for
vote
C.
for shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to.
The Chiefs military can take a hit.
Uh-oh.
Without affecting
Oh, wow. That was last
nice.
second.
You order the chiefs to bring their independence-minded brethren back into the royal fold. The north is rocked by vicious battles. Thousands of loyal northern troops die in brutal sieges across mountain fortresses. But your victory is inevitable. The independent chiefs fly fealty once more. The crisis in the north has been quashed, making the kingdom as a whole slightly more stable. But the nobles of other regions feel you're ignoring their problems. The end comes. The treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. Oh, this nonsense again. Ooh, I like this one. Time to crack open some tombs.
Oh, everyone else hates that.
No.
Oh.
The buried gold isn't doing anyone any good, is it? It's time to desecrate some graves. You ordered the mausoleum dug into and looted.
I would have warned you about that one.
Gold masks, heaps of coins, precious
Hey,
jewels.
everyone, do we all get to rebel now?
Not everyone is as practical as your treasurer, however. The church denounced you as a grave robber. Nobles and peasants alike are disgusted by your greed.
Hey,
Coming
barons. Do you guys want to rebel?
Shazam, if you would. Or any.
I would if I had military of not 2.
I'm saying voice of.
Well, I'm doing
language.
the religious guys, I guess. So okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Your Majesty, I must speak to you at once. The beekeepers in the north have become emboldened. They see the kingdom's support as an endorsement of their beliefs.
Beliefs. The Inquisitor betrays no devotion.
They've become obsessed with bees, Your Majesty. They form their own traditions and ceremonies with honey, hooded robes, and dancing. With wicker men. It must be stopped.
Oh man, it's
bees?
midsummer and Wicker Man.
I'm not
let's
going to
go.
forbid dancing.
These farmers speak of death, Your Majesty, and the coming harvest. They speak of golden tongues and blood running like honey. This is nothing more than a cult, yet the chiefs are more than tolerating it.
And Christopher Lee is doing a weird dance.
This isn't a cult, it's merely quaint rural traditions, and they are making some divine honey.
So what you're saying is the blood will run very slowly.
Oh Lord, oh Jesus.
I'm going to forbid this is no business of the council straight out, because I know where that goes.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't really care otherwise, so
Chiefs,
Hey
vote.
Chiefs, you want to get in on some good rebellion action over here?
Looking that way. I really don't see a problem with A. I don't mind rolling the dice on faith and seeing what happens, but
yeah, A sounds funny. Let's go with A.
All right, sure. A, it is. All these options kind of suck. Let's find out. They just send attack bees. What's the worst that could happen with A?
A B apocalypse, which is like apocalypse, only.
Only B, yeah, only lesser. Yeah, it was on a budget of $100. Yeah.
This kingdom has seen enough of those.
More Jerry Seinfeld's B apocalypse. Totally gonna lower authority.
Every time there is an apocalypse,
the
you
faith sounds
speed up.
failed.
You send troops and inquisitors to the north to spread the word. This cult will bend the knee to the ninth god or face your wrath. Some farmers refuse to recognize the ninth supremacy. They are burned at the stake in town squares while the High Inquisitor looks on, eyes gleaming. Despite this public example, other farmers still refuse to abandon their beet cult, which continues to flourish. Churches stand empty. Holy books are burned. Peasants kneel before their praying
Bees,
for honey.
bees.
Winnie the Pooh has joined in the festivities as well.
Okay. I am not out yet. I'm not out yet.
No, surprisingly.
Oh boy. Ooh, my heir! I'd like my heir, please. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I
That's
ask that my
rebellion
crown
vote.
be passed down to Council Knowles, spoiled with nervous silence. My daughter. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom.
I'm sorry. Your Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter? What is her name?
Ivor the Second.
That's just,
Really?
the gods are good, Your Greatness. I'm sure little Ivor, too, will grow up to be a chip off the old block.
Congrats on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. A king may actually be in the running to win for once. Assuming this doesn't all totally collapse for them.
I almost won my first game, but that's just...
Your Majesty, the common folk of the North still don't trust our coins. They've gone back to bartering with chickens and bushels of wheat and honey.
And
All
bees.
this fucking honey.
Jeez.
They don't do something going back there just soon. Their economy will completely implode. They're trying to trade in honeycomb, Your Majesty.
We have a totally bee-based economy.
Jeez.
I say the North adopts a foreign currency, and that currency is bees.
The only way. Okay, all of those are bad. All of those are bad.
Yes.
No, this one gets me actually lost the game. No.
Okay.
Uh,
True.
But C also could.
Okay, then I vote
Yeah.
then I vote for C. The chief should vote for C.
Yeah,
guess.
I think we all have to just vote for there's nothing to be done. Like everyone else who isn't a chief, honestly. Oh, but it sucks.
God damn it.
You don't want to roll the dice on the authority there?
Some of you are. You nutters.
I
Yeah,
want to see where the rest of the count. No
Yeah.
way.
no way. Well, good game, I guess.
Good game. There is no way this works.
Hey, I've done long shot votes like this before and came out on top. So
Yeah.
I don't have your luck.
I'm abstaining from this one.
I don't have that EX luck. I've got that E luck. Yeah,
Yeah,
there
but
we go.
it's,
I've
Yeah,
not,
there
I've not
it
won a
is.
challenge yet. You travel the length and breadth of the North, giving triumphant but vague speeches about how you solved the currency crisis. Yes, North it, we're calling it. Unfortunately, the common folk trust your word about as much as they do your coins. They keep on happily bartering with random sorts of farmyard animals like bees. North's economy doesn't completely implode. In fact, their farms are more bountiful than ever. But Northers are locked out from trade with the rest of the kingdom.
Well, holy
Jesus,
shit,
your farming
authority.
is at max.
Authority did not go down for that.
nope.
Somehow.
There's still another event in the east there. We actually have something to do.
Damn it! I thought that would tank authority. Ah. Oh, Your Majesty, we're having terrible problems in the East. The people have lost faith in the ninth god, and churches are being left to crumble. But without priests to perform the rites, the dead are rising as ghouls from their abandoned crypts. There have been 9 attacks in the last week alone.
The dead are rising! The dead are rising!
Calm down, Your Majesty. For now, the incidents are confined to the East, and who cares about them?
Bullshit they are.
Hey!
We must remind the Eastern folk that they are lost without the Ninth to protect them, especially once they've passed.
But here's my question: can we train the bees to attack the ghouls?
Employ
Probably.
the ghouls as a
At
source of
this
cheap
point-
labor. That is an option.
At this point, the chief's military are mostly bee-based.
Fuck.
Chiefs, we want to cremate the bodies.
Let's hire another Witcher, but don't stiff him on the check.
If I learned one thing from
This
Game
time.
of Thrones, it's that you have to burn the dead.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to golden choice on this one so that we can actually try and get something working with this. But then again, we can't really high
Labor?
treasury, because every time I do, they make me do another one of those stupid things that breaks down our kingdom even further. And the next one is going to tank the economy. Because you guys remember the last time that I did the crack open the jewels or whatever. The only other option I would have left is tanking the economy by printing
If
more
we
money.
employ the ghouls as a source of cheap labor, perhaps they might be able to be used in our military for.
World War I.
Jackson, let me put it like this. I don't think you're gonna get that choice.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna win this.
Hey, you guys want to roll some bones? Come on, let's roll some bones here on
Honestly,
money.
I am. I'm interested in seeing if we can bolster our military for the next game by employing the ghouls.
Guys, $500 for everyone that votes for D. You'll be paid for your work here. Come on.
Burn the bodies.
Nothing else will get money for the next game.
Well done, Chiefs. Good job. We may lose this one, but you voted as a block. I'm proud of you.
Come on, can I get one? Yes!
There it is.
The most ingenious merchants set their mind to finding a use for the walking, snarling, biting dead. It proves difficult to teach them shoemaking, and embroidery is a complete non-starter. In the end, the best use of ghouls turns out to be chaining them inside a giant wheel and using them to power a mill. They're slow, but tireless. Who cares if a few farmers get bitten once in a while? Of course, the Archbishop cries it as an abomination and an offense under the nut. But he says the same thing about tea on Wednesdays. Well, you guys have something now. And somehow, the game goes on, albeit, with stuff. Okay, Rebellion.
I've come around on the library idea.
Of course.
Can we buy one building that benefits us in this game? One.
Yes. If you guys don't vote monument, if you guys don't buy a monument and the Chiefs win a theater, then that's it. They'll win. Right there. Even if you got a library to raise it up one, you would lose immediately because they would have authority lowered enough.
That's also a good point, yeah. So, monument and library are the ideal
I'm withholding.
choices.
I'm withholding my funding.
Chiefs, we need to build a theater.
Okay. Good luck. This may be the end.
Counts.
If it is, I'm gonna have more money going into the next game.
You should still fund the monument, I would say.
The monument?
Yep.
The monument raises authority and keeps us from going into the immediate loss zone.
I see.
Honestly, you don't need anything else if those are what they are. You don't need to spend all your money on this. I'm just saying. You guys don't need to put everything on the table.
Yeah. I'm good to let that play out.
The barons are still... Oh no? Okay. Samuel at least is voting with their wallet.
Holy shit! Okay. Fair play.
Damn it.
Towns of the east are in full rebellion, and after I did such a good job helping you guys employ zombies.
Yeah.
Sickness.
We have no
spreads.
other way of winning this. We have to unchain ourselves from Andy's victory condition here. So.
My liege, a terrible sickness is spreading among my troops in the march.
Oh, I've seen this thing before.
Yup.
If we let the disease run its course, we'll have lost a lot of soldiers we can't afford to lose. But I'm not sure how much we can do. Perhaps the council can see a way forward? Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right, Zizix, about White Zombie. I have a Blu-ray version of that, actually.
I do actually like sending medical doctors from the university. Like,
Hire
guys,
a wizard.
actual, you know. Let's get you guys some actual people.
Yeah, I agree with A.
Chiefs, I say vote for C, quarantine the diseased.
Counts do nothing.
You guys can't do anything. You're rebelling.
Oh yeah, right. It's true. We have no more say. Got money though.
There's one more Baron than there are Chiefs, so if they vote as a block,
Oh, that is interesting, isn't it? Must be nice to have unity within your kingdom.
huh?
Alright.
Let's see if it actually works.
I know how to treat this sickness, Your Majesty. Simple remedy: garlic, wormwood, and spleen of goat. Oh, and we mustn't forget leeches. Lots of leeches. Of course, gathering enough ingredients to treat a whole army doesn't come cheap. At great expense, you send the best doctors from Quail University onto the march to cure your troops. Hopefully they're worth it.
Oh, shit.
And they
shit.
don't even do it? Jesus fuck! By the time the sickness is finished cutting through the marcher troops, hundreds of soldiers are dead and morale among the survivors has plummeted.
Nice
Are you
timing.
fucking with me here?
Nice timing.
That's
wow.
just dickish behavior game.
Hey, Counts, know who we're going to war with again for the second time? Been a long time coming. Over 300 years ago, the East was conquered. But before that, we were our own rulers, with the lineage of monarchs stretching back 1,000 years.
And then we spilled our wine.
The glory days. Indeed, and that's why we must rise up. By placing Amelia on the throne, we will reclaim what we have lost. But first, we must decide on tactics. My fellow counts, I ask you, how shall we strike first? Our army is too weak to attempt any military action, unfortunately. If we suspect the barons may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the king's authority is low. We could also call upon the church to condemn the king. Or finally, you could send off an assassin to nip this in the bud. I'm for the church at this point. Oh no, our faith is 0. I see.
Yeah, you guys are getting the help of the church when the church hates you.
If we call upon the barons, there's a decent chance of that occurring. The problem is their military isn't particularly high now either.
Yeah, 0 is not particularly high, yes.
Yeah,
Whack
I
the
think
king,
we
whack
can
the
call for an assassin. Let's get an Agent 47 in here. We got wealth to spare because I know I didn't spend any for the auction, so I think we're probably good to put on the assassin. See how an efficient assassin we can get. Thank you for meeting with me in such short notice.
The sum you offered piqued my interest.
You understand why the sum is so high, though.
Yes, you want me to assassinate the king. It's no trouble. I'm a child of the Viper. If you have the gold and want a man dead, he's dead.
Get it done.
I am the knight.
I was about to say, it sounded like Batman.
Take that. At long last, the counts have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in your throne room by Count Shazam, their smile as sharp as a scalpel.
Counts of the East will bring you down. Pretender to the throne, we will rise up and fight for Amalia, the true queen. This is a formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other will be on the battlefield.
See them!
Ah. God damn it.
Come along now, trader. Come along now. Traders get the chop.
What? But you can't do this. I am an envoy. See how the king's tyranny grows worse by the day? Now we see the contradictions in the system. Oh, what's the Monty Python quote?
You get to
violence.
die this time.
We see the violence
Your
here in the
watchmen
system.
waste no time. Count Shazam is dragged down into the courtyard and their head is struck from their shoulders.
Now we see the flaws inherent in the system. That's it.
In fairness, I would have put you in the dungeon, But that would have lowered my authority, and I can't have that.
It's the first time I've finally been executed. Rightly so, I suppose.
Andy.
Right. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty.
What are our chances against the rebels?
The Counts don't even really have an army right now. We'll be fine, unless they hire mercenaries from overseas or persuade another region to join the rebellion, which also has military zero, so... The leader of the rebellion is Count Athos. He's citing your past transgressions as reason for the uprising, your greedy plundering of the royal tombs when desperate peasants starved to death on your watch.
Urge to murder. Rising.
Yes, Your Majesty. Hold on to that feeling. You need it.
So it's war then? Really?
That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There will be a lot of death and suffering before all this is over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets.
Hey, Barons, if I bribe you, can you guys please stop? No, I'm not.
Honestly,
I'm not gonna...
there is no point, because you will lower defiance by 1, it's still 6, which is...
Yeah. Just normal, please. I don't even want to tax you guys right now, I'll be honest. Oh boy, okay. Peasants on side.
Deep in the moorlands, a group of rebel counts have gathered to discuss the civil war.
Yep.
With them are their spies, a cluster of nondescript Eastern citizens in ordinary clothes. Greetings. I trust you are safe and can as safe as can be in these troubled times. Blood and stars, I'm mostly troubled by the thought of King Ivor remaining on that throne. That's precisely why I've invited you here. We know the chiefs are in the king's pocket, but are they lowborn? Chief the Spoony One has amassed vast wealth even in this time of conflict, mostly due to bees. I doubt it's shared with the ordinary people of the north. Our spies should spread the word. We'll be kinder to the peasants than Chief the Spoony One and his corrupt compatriots. How exquisite. Let us decide how to proceed. Okay. Promise riches. That's a 70% chance. Not bad. Decide bountiful farmland for northern peasants. 50%. Lower our wealth a little bit more. Increase our military. Lower stability. That's not the worst. Or use spies. I'm for either A or C counts. I'm for what the rest of you end up deciding here. Although we do have seconds. Okay. A it is.
No, okay. Yeah. I was gonna let you guys have a majority, but you got a majority, so.
Yeah. Oh shit. Ugh. Count on a 70%? Wow. Count Athos' trusted spies spread through the north, desperately telling anyone who will listen about the wealth and glory to be held fighting for a just cause.
Unfortunately, they all had beeswax in their ears.
Between their ears, yep. But few peasants heed the call, even the most honeyed words. Wow. Can't tempt them away from their hives. Then the eastern troops start talking. Nerves frayed amidst rumors that the counts don't really have faith in them. Well, our military can't go lower on the plus side of that. Maybe the rumors are true, maybe not. Either way, it shakes the shoulders' resolve. What soldiers?
Potential.
We hired one Batman.
A great battle. The counts have attempted to muster an army, but all they could gather are a few old men and beardless youths. There are no real soldiers left in the east.
We're doomed. Yes, I think we might be doomed.
Who are we to speak of? The counts cannot march in rebellion. They mill around their camp.
We hired a man bash. It's fine.
Smash them to pieces. Okay, now this is your chance to win. It's an evening like any other. You're sitting for dinner, your servants heaping your table with dishes fit for a king. Goose tongue pie, roast boar,
Goose
jelly
tongue
pigeon.
pie?
As usual, your wife has taken her seat beside you and is tucking in with gusto. And of course, your wine glass is never empty.
Why do you sound like a golf
Do
commentator
it.
now?
Do it.
Ain't you forgetting something, Your Majesty?
Of course, each time your drink is refreshed, your honor guard takes the first sip in case of poison. It's highly annoying.
Damn it.
Ninth of buff. What is wrong with that wine?
Before your astonished eyes, the honor guard who sipped your drink turns a distressing shade of purple, and his eyes begin bugging out like an excited pug. Quick, fetch the physician! Ignoring you entirely, he starts swelling. Swelling and swelling and swelling until... he explodes, showering all the other honor guards, not to mention a few of your servants, with a foul-smelling purple liquid. Fortunately for your laundry staff, none of it splashes on you. That poor bastard. As you speak, your voice dies in your throat. One by one, the rest of your slime-soaked honor guards are
Oh
turning
no!
The second honor guard is dead.
purple. Fetch your wife to safety. You grab your wife by the hand and drag her from the dining hall.
Oh, you saved me!
Behind you, there's a series of grotesque pops of your honor guard, and servants explode one by one until there's nobody left. A few hours later, you go over the horrific events at dinner with your spy master.
Your Majesty, that must have been terribly disturbing.
The popping. The horrible popping.
Calm down, Your Majesty. The danger has passed. It was a very rare kind of contagious poison, known as Ainwick's Cascader. It causes the drinker to explode, and whoever is touched by the remains also explodes. That's kind of awesome. As you can imagine, the results can be catastrophic. We were lucky that only your honor guard and a few servants died.
Who did this?
One of the children of the Viper, the most feared assassins of the kingdom, no doubt hired by your enemies in the east. Ainwick's Cascaders is one of their specialties, intended for causing maximum chaos. We're still not sure how they access the wine cellar, but as a precaution, we're pouring away the rest of your stock. Even the very best vintages. The gutters will flow red and white tonight, but fortunately the mead made by the bees of the chiefs is still untouched.
No.
We're not sure how they access
My
the wine cellar,
wine.
but... Okay. There, Your Majesty.
I need some time to process this.
The loss of my wine.
Of course,
I need
Your
time
Majesty.
to process this.
My wine. My wife's just off in the corner. Oh, you see
Yeah.
me. My wine.
Our assassin failed, but in a spectacular fashion, which is kind of cool.
The council stop at nothing, even murder to bring you down. Thank the Ninth for your honor guard. May they rest in peace. Things could have gone very differently.
Ah, shit. I think our rebellion failed.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys rebelled without an army. That's how that
He's
goes.
cool
I
as
guess.
hell, though.
That is why I don't want to start rebellion. The counts are mustering their troops, Your Majesty, and their guard is down.
Greg,
It's the perfect time to strike. I've discovered a hidden mountain pass that allows us to slip our troops into the east undetected.
undetected by who?
By gods, we can end this rebellion before it starts.
Make it so. Make it so, number one. Your marshal rides down with your orders, leaving you to wait anxiously for the outcome of the battle. The next few days are agony. When she finally returns, she strides into your throne room with a triumphant gleam in her eyes.
Ugh.
Marshal, report.
Just as I suspected, the Count's army was a disorganized mess. They didn't stand a chance. We ambushed their troops and drove them into a river, leaving them to face a dismal choice: death by spear or death by drowning. By the time we were done, their whole army was slaughtered. Our troops found themselves loose in the east, totally unopposed.
Except for the local monsters, but that's normal.
So I ordered a massive push through their lands, looting and pillaging the whole way. As we speak, Your Majesty, our armies are laying siege to Count Athos' fortress. Athos, I
That's
don't know
right.
how to pronounce that.
We've only lost five trade in the process.
It sounds suspiciously like we've won.
All that remains are the formalities of victory, Your Majesty.
Victory! The Marshal rides back to oversee the siege. A few days later, you receive word that Count Athos' castle has fallen. And just like that, the rebellion is over. Soon the armies of the barons and chiefs are parading through the city, waving their banners and showing off their loot. Meanwhile, Count Athos, the leader of the rebellion, is brought to you in chains. Common folk crowd into the palace to watch the trial.
We need a strong king in this kingdom. You weren't up to the task.
Can we raise all of them raise stability.
I'm going to be kind. Did what you did, believing it for the good of the kingdom. I do this for the good of the kingdom. Go back, tend to your people, and do it under my command. Blinking in surprise, Count Athos is freed from his shackles. Bowing and stammering thanks, he beats a hasty retreat from the palace. And just like that, the East is defeated. The rebellion is over. The kingdom is yours again.
Holy shit, the Defiance just dropped across the fucking globe.
As you sit, resplendent
Wow.
atop your throne, the common folk raise a mighty cheer. Long live the king, they shout. Long live the king.
Well, there goes my endgame.
Washington Rebellion increases authority and stability at the same time as well. It just fully resets all Defiance too, because you just made an example.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Wow, yeah. Well, I wouldn't say you turned it around, but at least you do have a chance now. And so do we.
First, let's get the new honor guard out of the way here.
Once is a tragedy, Your Majesty. Twice is foolishness. And twice now you've lost your honor guard. Why must you keep taking these unnecessary risks like drinking wine? Now you need to pick someone else to watch your back.
What are my options?
Each region offers blah blah blah, and the barons blah blah blah, of course blah blah blah. And because blah blah blah.
Because your other honor guard were marcher veterans who will never live to collect their pensions, the barons refuse to send any more of their hard-bitten soldiers to die in your... Yeah. Made my decision. Yep, Eastern Knights.
Well,
Can you go 3 for 3?
Please no. The Knights arrive a few weeks later. They are all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. And so I go
my
through the
game is
shadow
all
of
screwed
death.
now. Y'all teamed
your
up
ambition. Oh ho.
Actually, I wouldn't say
Okay.
that. Remember how quick the authority can drop in this game?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the architect of a new golden age. But so far, you've not convinced anyone. The kingdom's trade is still lackluster, Your Majesty. Golden age, more like bronze or maybe copper.
Actually, it's rather good. I don't see where that's coming from.
Yeah, I know.
I
Your
think
current
it's
ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you'll need to pivot. Change your image. Your other advisors have some ideas.
we should crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies, and force them to submit. Which
We did that.
halfway through.
Your Majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the Ninth God, the Church will lend our full support. With the backing of the Church, the nobles wouldn't dare move against you. The common folk are a sleeping giant that even the nobles are afraid to wake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles won't dare overthrow you for fear of revolution.
Here's another idea. Declare war on the Ashmedian Empire. The nobles will forget their schemes. If you win.
Well, this is bullshit. I was doing well on trade. Come on.
I think the idea is that you had to actually raise it, and so far it mostly remained the same.
Oh. Yeah, there was a lot of fluctuation.
None of
Honestly,
these are good.
both of them suck. Yeah, all of these.
Okay, well, so yeah, none of them are good.
Yeah, this is my
I think
choice to
the
make.
best
so.
one though, and you will think that it's just me saying this as a part of my scheme, but look at this: stability and farming. Farming is at least 15, unlike
yeah, because
military,
of the honey hive.
which is 6. So everything with military is out of the question.
Listen, this is my choice to make, and I feel like it is my best interest that I declare war on the Ashmedian Empire.
This is gonna be a disaster. God damn. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I've already taken the liberty of contacting the Ashmedian ambassador.
Shazam, if you would.
Okay. Greetings, Your Grace. I'm here to discuss the terms of our upcoming war.
Oh, I was rather hoping to catch you by surprise.
We all know there's a big war on the horizon. The only question is when. Now listen. The Ashmedian Empire is far larger than your kingdom. Didn't you wonder why we never squashed you like a bug? It's because we're divided by internal conflicts.
That seems completely unfamiliar to us.
It may seem like the Empire is ruled by its emperor. In reality, Ashmead is ruled by its generals, who battle endlessly for control of the capital.
Hurry up and say your piece.
I am here representing the General Thalicanth, whose lands are safely distant from the border. If you were to invade, all we ask is that you send us your signal. We'll launch a civil war, taking advantage of the chaos to bump off some of our own rivals.
the first
You
option.
Ashmedians and your infighting make me sick.
Are you really trying to claim that your kingdom has less internal drama? Don't make me laugh.
Hey, when we have a rebellion, we make it end or sick.
I will leave you to think on my words.
If we take advantage of the Ashmedian Empire's internal divisions, we may actually have a chance. No, you don't. If you beat our oldest enemy, that would shut the nobles up for good.
The stream died.
Oh yeah,
Oh, no.
Jackson suddenly disappeared for a moment.
Annie?
Hello?
You there?
Now you're back.
Yeah,
Hey.
you disappeared for a second, Jackson.
I did?
Yeah.
Connection error? Reconnecting 1 of 10?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Starlink?
There we
No.
go. Listen,
Okay,
we're back.
We're back.
Okay. But winning
Oh, phew.
still won't be easy. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's overall farming and military as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles.
I don't see that happening anytime soon.
A new contraption.
The rebellion part is dead.
Yeah.
We've watched that
army.
part.
Your Majesty, a baron by the name of Necrunner II wants to present you with a new invention.
My liege, we are entering a modern age, a more humane age. Yet botched executions are commonplace. Decapitations where the head doesn't come off, or hangings where it does. No more. Behold, a merciful machine for removing heads quickly and painlessly. I call it the Necrunner, which is a very appropriate name. Good
I was about
job.
to say.
He swishes away a cloth to reveal a huge machine of iron and wood. It has a hole for someone to place their head, and a heavy blade dangling ominously above it. The sight sends a chill down your spine. How efficient.
Precisely. With the Necrunner, you'll send 12 heads rolling in the time it'd take an ordinary executioner to chop through a single neck.
10 heads are running.
With a little funding, Your Majesty, I can distribute the Necrunner across the kingdom. And don't you want that?
I'll bring this to the council.
You won't regret this.
I really will.
Ban this horrid contraption.
Ban it.
Ban it.
I'm banning that choice.
Ah, damn it!
Test it on the Baron himself. Wait, no, don't do that.
Well, then fund the nationwide rollout. If we're not banning it, let's just spread it and see how long till it ends up decapitating everyone.
Oh, but the treasury's gonna take a huge hit from that.
Oh, whose fault is that?
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
I'm sorry I didn't chime in. I was so stunned by the veto. I'm
See, this is why I'm still in power for longer than you.
The next game.
Actually keeping the vetoes rolling out when they're needed.
I've lost this.
I don't know who's won this yet, though, honestly.
Hundreds of Necrunners are built in Marcher workshops and sent to courthouses all over the kingdom.
Thank you,
Soon
Fruit
you're
Spread.
chopping through the backlog of condemned prisoners with unprecedented speed and unprecedented mercy. That's a thing.
Fruit Spread with a big donation. Thank you so much.
Library. Another library. I can't purchase it on my own. Barons, help me.
The Barons are actually rolling in it still right now. I got some cash to throw around.
Also, Counts. You want library too?
Chiefs vote
Yeah,
for all the good it'll do.
we're so behind on our scheme right now.
Damn. Had a good run, but this is where it ends.
I'm gonna, again, I think I'll abstain from funding right now to keep my funds in my heir's coffers.
And so this is how the monarch
Oh, you know what?
dies.
Actually, Counts, we want to build if we can, we want to build a fortress so that we can gain some military. So a little bit of money into that fortress there for us.
You need to have enough to overcome the Chiefs
I know.
theater, and
It's
it's gonna
not-
end soon.
Yeah.
3 seconds. Not enough.
So this is how
GG.
monarchy dies, with literacy.
Yeah.
GG, well played.
Fruit Spread says, I wanted to thank you for 15 plus years of laughter. You helped me woo my wife. Hugs and kisses,
Wow.
your Arizonian desert trash. I'm very happy that things worked out for you guys. Hopefully she enjoyed the videos too. Oh, Your Majesty, I'm here to tender my resignation.
Great. Just great. The Treasurer's resignation was last week. The Spy Master vanished without a trace. The Marshal has come down with a mysterious illness, and your physician thinks she'll be dead within a week.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but the Council left me no choice. I am assured that my replacement will be most satisfactory. Goodbye, Your Majesty, and good luck.
Fare thee well, old friend. You are left alone upon your throne. We're not quite alone. Your wife is by your side. Your new
Your new advisors are all barons. They will do nothing but promote the Marcher agenda.
I know. What can I do?
We have to fight back. You're the king, for goodness sake. Surely you can...
At that moment, the doors to the throne room swing wide open.
Hello, my liege. I shall be serving as your new spy master.
That's your new Spy Master.
And I am honored to be taking my place as your chancellor.
Wow, they're all just rolling in.
Shall we get right to it? First order of business, we think your role has expanded a little beyond what it should be.
What's that supposed to mean?
The council meetings are a drag, aren't they? You should use that time to relax. Drinking wine in a bathhouse somewhere. We can take over for you, Your Majesty. Just leave it to us. Better for everyone that way.
No, I will continue to attend the council meetings. Briefest of moments. The two barons of the march glance at each other. A wry smile flashes between them.
Of course, Your Majesty. Whatever you say.
But But from that moment on, the council meetings are just pomp and ceremony. All the real decisions are made in secret meetings, to which you're emphatically not invited. Your new advisors assure you that the kingdom is thriving, the people love you, the church considers you a saint, and it's the new golden age. You might even be right. After all, people certainly look happy enough when you're allowed to give a picture away from a stagecoach. But is the kingdom actually thriving? Well, you wouldn't know. Better to ask the people who are really in power.
Damn, that's sad.
Thank you, Kirk Novak. Thanks for the donation.
Should I read this?
Yeah, go ahead. You won, man.
King Ivor ruled, if you can call it that, for a few more years. The barons were making the real decisions. It didn't take long for the king to outlive his usefulness. The chiefs abandoned their hopes for Oldheld's Horn, which passed into legend once more. A treasure fit only for seducing adventurers into the frozen wastes, where ice giants or hypothermia await them. The Count's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered, and a number of arrests were made. Count Alpha Wolf 1369 ended his life chained upside down to a dungeon wall, becoming 96. King Ivor was kept in the dark while the barons ruled supreme from the shadows. With the crowning of Queen Mertha, the barons expected this arrangement to continue, in that they were profoundly mistaken. But that's another story.
Well, we almost pulled it off, guys. But alas.
King Ivor the fighter. I did my damnedest.
Well, actually, it says that you outlived your usefulness, but it also doesn't say that you got killed.
Yeah, you just became a figurehead.
Yeah, so that's the only time the king wasn't killed in this scheme.
The other time happened when he became the Burger King mascot for the.
No. That was me, and I drowned in fucking milk.
Oh, right, yeah. You're right.
So you know, my scheme was completely peaceful, killed nobody.
Well, outliving your usefulness kind of has a bit of a death tone to it, though.
I guess, maybe, but then it doesn't say that. There was no military action, nobody got assassinated. And maybe it was all a show, but maybe people actually are happy. Who knows?
Congratulations, Emperor Palpatine. You overthrew the democracy.
But I don't want to continue this game because
the kingdom is in such a
military at 0.
Yeah, the kingdom is in such a shambles now that, aside from the chiefs, nobody's in a very good starting position.
Yep.
Even the Chiefs are having to deal with their own shit from suffering from success. Their farming is so ridiculously high, they've got bee cults out to hell and back.
Yeah, it's a shame that we never saw the resolution for this.
It might come back again. Who knows? Although, did we have anything come back from the first game aside from stats?
Not
really. No.
Not really. No.
Interesting.
I think it's just bad luck because the makers of the game do say that there are things that come back.
Yeah,
How's chat feeling? Do they want to continue a new game or start this or do this one from the next one? Does Dad have any opinions on this?
We can keep going with this if you guys want to. I wouldn't mind continuing, but if Andy, if you want to just start a new game, that's fine with me. I'll leave it up to Andy. Andy can be king next time because he won.
I mean, if I'll be the king, see, I don't really care about the problems for the nobles, but the kingdom kind of has some problems now because of that. So we could start and see how quickly it turns into a complete disaster just for fun.
And the treasury is gonna be in the toilet too.
Yep, but I mean, just for the lulz, as it was. But yeah, after that, I think we should stop for sure because it won't get better.
Yeah, if the kingdom doesn't turn around in the next playthrough, trash it and start a new one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, well,
All
that's
right,
it
then.
for us. That's it for us. I'd like to thank you guys for playing, and I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, because I had a blast.
Yeah.
As did I. That was my first time as king, and I lasted longer than I thought I would.
That was really close, honestly.
It was close.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
for a
man.
It-
And honestly,
I would say
our
everyone-
rebellion wasn't too far off. I think if we had succeeded on that trade roll, we might have been able to mount things a little bit better there.
Yeah,
I
that
would
was
say
bad luck, because you had a 70% chance of acing that one. And it,
Yeah,
everyone had a chance at victory.
I think so, for sure.
Yep.
The assassination was like really tight. Like I didn't know how that was gonna go, but that shows us like
If he
anyone
had-
else
if-
who's gonna be king next time
he
that
had,
honor guards are important.
If he had not chosen an honor guard, he would have exploded.
Yep.
I would have.
The only thing that I still am kind of I don't like about this game, or not the only, but one of the things, and that's a major one, is that for the nobles the goals are clear cut. For the king, you never know what exactly you have to do.
Honestly, I think Jackson got kind of robbed, because his initial goal being high on trade. How could you get trade any higher than that?
Yeah, that's one thing, and like, what does it actually mean?
It's true.
Raise it by how much?
And then the fact that I was forced to switch it to a goal that explicitly had nothing to do with what I was trying to do this whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gave me options
Well-
for farming and military and faith and farming.
But that's
nothing.
that's mainly because the kingdom is in the toilet.
Yeah.
No, that's the only reason is that you failed your goal, and so they're like, okay, you can't do this goal anymore. You have to pick another one.
Thank you
that's
again,
the
Fruit
idea.
Spread. He says he loves a spoon. You gotta run. Give Miles a big kiss. I'm not gonna kiss him.
And a hug.
Thank you for protecting the public trust, upholding the law, and protecting the innocent, and not opposing an OCP officer. Thank you again, Fruit Spread. I appreciate it. Okay, so that's it for us, guys. Say goodnight, everybody, and I will see you guys next time.
Have
Night,
a good night,
everybody.
all. Thank you
Good
for
night.
not killing me horribly.
I tried.